So, are you a member of Yongo? I hope everyone who's on call are members of Yongo, and if you're not, you will be able to join in as soon as possible so that you could be a formalized member of the community so that you could participate in different conversations that are required or are expected of members only in that case. So this is what Yongo is all about, and over 10,000 young people are within it, and so 1,000 members are currently also within Yongo at the moment. And we have a non-hierarchical leadership process as well. Did someone just raise up their hands? Okay. So we also have 30 years of meaningful engagement at the COP from COP 1, also currently to COP 30. We have COP, the different things that happened in COP 9. I think I don't know which one to COP is COP. I think 1992, the Earth Summit. We have the one in Montreal COP, Copenhagen COP, the Constituency Formation, which was formed um, in 2011. That Yongo was officially confirmed to represent youth voices in 2011, and in 2012 we have the Sharm El Sheikh COP in Egypt. Okay, so we also have, this is it. So some of the details we have. The Global Conference of Youth, GCY, I think most of us are aware of those, and also the Global Youth Statement, which represents up to 500,000 young people inputs around the world, which will also be happening this year as a general Yongo activity every year. So these are the key, pillars in Yongo Energy Working Group as well, which is the awareness, knowledge and capacity building, collaboration, cooperation and network, policy, lobby and advocacy, youth engagement. And one of the major focus of the 2025 leadership team for the Energy Working Group is to ensure that while we are following already established principles of Yongo, which includes negotiation, which includes awareness, capacity building, collaboration and cooperation, we're also trying to ensure that we also contribute to the conversation in a very, very practical manner that will ensure that key stakeholders recognize that we, the youth, do not just have interest and opinions, but we also have solutions that we believe could be included in the conversation and could make the conversation much better. So that's why the contact points have been prioritizing podcasts, and prioritizing different engagements with key stakeholders, the IEA, and all of those to ensure that each and every time the Yongo Energy Working Group can have not just only a voice but also contribute and participate in each of these each of these mandates that they're trying to produce, each of these positions they're trying to craft, the new world order with the Trump presidency, which sees a large dent or reduction in climate finance goals, like the US have pulled out from all climate finance mechanisms effective, I think, from last week Saturday. We are seeing a whole lot of shift, and if we are going to really make impact, we believe as well we will Energy Working Group to participate in this decision making process so that youth will not just only be heard, but also could participate in it as well. Okay, so we also have, the Younger membership, which we believe that every one of us here are within Younger membership. And for new members, Younger has about 12,000 plus individuals, also 1,100 youth organizations and NGOs around the world. So it's a very, very youth oriented community that you would like to be part of, or you need to be part of if you really want to make changes across the globe from wherever you are locally. You could also still make global impact at the same time. So we have the energy space, which is something we're working on as well. We have the priorities for COP. We have policy engagement, upskilling energy literacy, and building movement for change. Like I pointed out, that the trajectory of the leadership in 2025 is to ensure that while we use already established protocols, we're also trying to ensure we are innovative in our approach to each of these problems we've been facing for the past 30 years and also for the past COP engagement. So we are going to be having policy engagement with key stakeholders, like I said, the IEA, the EYE, the Youth Sounding Board, a lot of different organizations that we believe that once we engage as youth, our voice will not just only be considered, but also our skills can be required to ensure that we have a progressive output after each of those engagement. So we also have the upskilling energy literacy and also building movement for change. So forward looking. Okay, now we have the energy working group protoballem. I think each of us should be happy about this development. So, okay, so here we have the, like I said, we are always, we are maintaining smooth ancient from an unusual ancient, but the old structures which have defined the working group, which includes Google groups, Google Drive, which work each of the work stream, like the energy governance work stream and internet communications will be able to, impute in the Google Drive each of the activities we are doing so that we can carry every members along. We also have the WhatsApp community, which gives us timely updates consistently about what's happening. And I think that in recent weeks, the internal reforms coordinator, the internal affairs coordinator, have been reaching out to each and every one of the Young Energy Working Group members to sign up on different initiatives, participate in some conversations, and some people are drafting, as well as some people that are part of the energy and governance uh, team or work stream themselves have also been seeing some of this update. We always appreciate your engagement and we encourage each and every one of us on the score to also engage in our WhatsApp community because you get timely updates in those communities and you have opportunities to participate in what's happening and also allow your voice to also be heard while you contribute your own quota to the development and progress of the working group. So we also have the energy, the community, which we have 7 groups over there and also different key areas as we'll be seeing going forward. And we have our monthly meetings, which we are doing today and we're hoping to have a more larger audience when it comes to the May check-in meeting. So we have the Energy Working Group podcast channel. I think the last meeting, the contact point was talking to the entire working group that were present in the meeting about us kickstarting it within the month of April. And I could tell you that we have begun that, like we've begun that already. And then it's a beautiful thing because we had a lot of key areas, the key areas were touched. We brought on key individuals to speak on issues that really concerns youth. And I think it was tagged a negotiation without youth is no negotiation at all. A transition without youth is no transition at all. We need to begin that conversation for the dedicated energy negotiation track. That's the target of this but each of our activities are focused to ensuring that we have a dedicated energy negotiation track come COP30, so that from that time onward, the entire global community will consider that energy is actually an issue that should gain priority, not just, part of a conversation. And because we know energy is the highest contributor of emissions in the world currently. So if we don't have a dedicated energy negotiation track, we might not be able to make significant progress in the climate change journey and also the space. So we had the podcast on that. So if you're interested in that, you can join the WhatsApp group, podcast, which is part of the community link there, so that you can know how to contribute, maybe in drafting what they call this again. I think scripts for the podcasters to reach out also to key stakeholders. If you know real stakeholders in your space, in your communities, in your country that you feel that needs to be part of the podcast to share their ideas and how this could work, we also entertain that going forward. So we have the energy working group handbook, which currently, we have released a call for people to serve in the team to draft the workbook handbook together with the internal communications team as well as the governance reforms team as well, so that we can have a single handbook that details the plans, the positions, and also the future goals of youth within the working group and also across different constituency that focuses on energy, which includes like the SDG 7 youth constituency. So we are looking and hoping the handbook is a one-stop for these ideas. One stop that gives both the background ideas, the previous negotiations that have been done, our COP demands and targets, global policies, and also calls for actions. So it's going to be a wholesome book that we can use as a starting point for different individuals. So if new people are coming into the working group, we are hoping to be able to say, okay, you come to the working group, go look at the handbook, and the handbook can bring them up to speed. So it's going to be a very significant document that we are hoping to work on with, with deep sense of urgency, and also with the idea that this is not just something that's just going to pass on. We are going to be taking it on and on different ideas, hydrogen, coal, fossil fuel, those different topics will be identified. And if you feel that you have, expertise in some of these key areas, we advise you to, come and participate with us in the drafting of this target. So we see the internal coordinator Pedro has sent out some form. I think the forms are closed currently, and the list of people who made the cut to lead some of the key pointers in the handbook will be released soon enough. And when they are released soon enough as well, we might also be calling for new people to join the team to ensure that it's as robust and let me know, then actually let me look for the right word, robust and inclusive across different ideas. So we don't just want people only from the global south leading the writings of the handbook. We also would like people from the global north participating as well in equal measures so that both opinions are not lost in the conversation. So these are things and key target that we're hoping to have within the handbook. So the handbook teams will be briefed soon, ready to launch, and we'll communicate that to each and every one of us within the WhatsApp group platform so that we can be appraised of its development with the key timelines that you all will be aware of as well. So, the advisory and also the expert groups. Okay, am I seeing someone there? Do you have someone to speak? Okay, we'll just quickly round up so that we could have people that want to share their opinion on the progress so far. So we have also different working group advisory and expert groups. We see the solar, we see the events, we see the hydrogen, the wind, storage, hydro, nuclear, entrepreneurship and capacity building. So these are different groups, or we call them expert groups, which are within the WhatsApp channel. We are hoping that, okay, since the energy working group, energy is a large word, right? We look at the fossil fuel angle, we also see the transition angle, since we have transition fuels like the CO2, the CH4, I mean, there's methane and other natural gas, usage which most countries like Azerbaijan that held the COP29 are prioritizing. So we are seeing all of this, and we are hoping that each members of the working group that have interest in each of these areas can find a community where they can share their ideas and contribute to the entire working groups and development. And most of them we put their findings within the handbook, like I pointed out earlier on. So we see and they are available. And when you're in the community, you could see each of those expert groups, and we would like you to join the ones that fit your interest. So okay, we have important updates. We have bi-weekly meetups, and we are hoping to continue that from next month. This month we had, I think we had 2 meetings or one, but we are hoping to ensure that going forward we have bi-weekly meetings and check-in so that each of us could do a lot of work together because the SB60 is around the corner. So we have a lot of submissions to make, and we would like to make sure that the entire working group participates in this process. So there's going to be bi-weekly meetups that will be done within the working group and also a general working group meeting as well. So okay, we also have the energy puzzle. The capacity building team is working on the energy puzzle, and we'll be launching this month as well. I'll leave it to them to communicate that to us much later on what's ongoing currently in that regard. So we have so we told you, I think in our previous conversation we spoke about the different ideas that we are looking at for the year, and we hope to in this call each of the coordinators will brief everyone on what it is going on currently and the key targets in the future. So we talked about the quarterly plan and review statistics. It's the current status now of the working group that we have a single platform where we all come in and see the tracks of what's happening. We also see the events and conferences. We have that also on board as well with the current status. So we also see the dedicated energy negotiation track. So this is also a very key significant aspect. We will be calling individuals also to come to join us on this. We are looking to have almost up to 200 signatory for the dedicated energy negotiation track, which we hope to be a one-stop for energy discussions in these UNFCCC forums, so that it's not just going to be an afterthought, like I pointed out earlier. So this is something that we have initiated. Like you see, we have different organizations that have signed on to this demand and this call that we are asking for the UNFCCC and other climate change organization to consider while going forward. So we're looking at that, and we're hoping to have different organizations sign on this. So we'll be opening this also as well to the community as soon as we begin to have a framework on how the collaborations and cooperation will occur, so that people could be joining in and signing onto our dedicated membership energy negotiation track. So we also have the working engagement in 2025. We said it was coming soon, but now the current status is official. We have a cooperation with IEA. We also have the the Global Renewable Alliance. We also have the UNDP, and also this is the current status of the working group. It's not just something we're hoping to have next time. So I'll be giving the floor to the internal communications team to brief us on their updates. So the internal communications team, are you available to speak?
Hi, Shizam.
Yeah.
Maybe I can kickstart. Can you show the next slide, please?
Okay.
Perfect. So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us in our bi-monthly meeting. To give you a very quick update on the internal communications team. So, as you know, we had a very successful side event at EcoSoc this week. It was moderated by Christina. We had lots of work preparing it, doing the application, then inviting the high-level speakers, and also counting with members from the Energy Working Group to represent the youth voices, and I think it was very successful. It was considered an official side event of EcoSoc, and it was, I would say, a very good kickstart of our activities on this mandate. Then we already launched the onboarding email survey. So from now on, everyone that wants to join the Energy Working Group of Yongo needs to fill a new survey that was then in partnership with the capacity building team in order to make sure that we can tailor our activities, especially the activities done by the capacity building team, to the current needs of our members. May I remind you all that this applies, and even the current members need to fill this survey if you didn't fill it already in the last month, in order for us to make sure that we have the most updated possible information. And then, as Shizam already said, and very well, we had a first call to launch the Yongo Energy Handbook Task Force. We opened applications and we already closed them during this week. These applications, to make sure it's clear to everybody, are applications to be part of the task force. So in principle, everybody that applied will be part of the task force, but we will also handpick people to be more in charge of each topic, and we will launch the results between today and tomorrow. So don't worry in that sense, and we will as well schedule a first meeting with these people, with this task force in the next week. Some of the next steps here, and to give you a little bit of spoilers, we will work on creating a global coalition of youth energy constituencies for COP30, and we will give you more news in that sense very, very soon. And that's all from my part. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'll pass the word to the next team.
Thank you very much, Pedro. Thank you very much, Pedro. Okay, so we are the external communications team. Aidan, I don't know if you're available.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aidan. I'm a coordinator at external communications team, along with Otman and Seda. So I'll just go through the regular tasks first. The main idea or the main purpose of external communications team is to seek partnerships and events, basically to make Yongo Energy Working Group as popular amongst the youth as possible to reach more people, more organizations, so that our work has more impact in general. So this is what our work usually consists of, but it's not limited to it. So we look for participation in different energy-related events. Then, again, partnership with external non-government organizations and in general youth organizations. And we also take care of promotion and design of younger projects. Currently, podcasts are not really under our responsibility, but we're taking care of its promotion on social media, as well as promotion of such projects as energy shots. These are they come out every week and they cover main energy related events during this week. So we take care of that, including the information search and the design of the videos and social media management, all these kinds of stuff. Then things that we've already done. So it's already done, but it doesn't mean that we finished doing it, of course, because such tasks as partnerships and participation in events are continuous. We cannot just finish them and move on. So we continuously look for, first of all, as I said, events to participate in. And try to identify potential speakers for such projects as podcast and Energy Puzzle that's going to come out soon. And as I said, we'll make social media plans and try to come up with new project ideas to, again, spread our word and kind of make more people want to join our energy group. So one of the next steps is submission of a dedicated energy negotiation track poster to the UNFCCC ACE Gallery. It's a poster session on action for climate empowerment, which is going to be somewhere later this year. The dates are not confirmed yet, but it's going to be part of the CB62 session in Germany. So we're currently working on that, and we again continuously search for media outlets and journalists to cover our works that our governance team came up with. So we try to popularize it, as well as much as possible. And the thing that we are trying to do is find potential donors and funding organizations, because Yongo is a non-government organization and it's not funded by anyone. So we're trying to find some opportunities because sometimes it's required. So that's it. If you have any questions, and by the way, as Chisom already mentioned before, we're looking for more participants. So if you're interested in these kinds of tasks, then feel free to reach out. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Ada. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so the governance and reforms team, I'll be heading that now. So, thank you very much. So, like I said, also on the governance and reforms coordinator, as well with Soma Okibe. Currently, she's on a flight back to Canada after the successful ECOSOC youth side event. So, our major responsibility is to draft reforms, their reports, position papers, publications, articulating the energy working group positions on energy development. So that's one of our major responsibility. And also we also prioritize and also responsible to ensure that fellow coordinators implement governance initiative within the working group, and also to collaborate with different energy teams, like Pedro pointed out as well, different energy groups across the world, like the SG7 constituency, the EYE, the European Young Engineers, so that we have a kind of dedication to achieving a unified goal and not negotiating individually and independently in a COP event. So what we have completed so far, we also work with the internal front team because our one of our coordinators is on the ground there participating in the EcoSoccer side event. We also train participants also on negotiation strategy. Authored and submitted 3 publications currently, and we have initiated and reforms on for dedicated energy negotiation track. It's an ongoing process, and we believe that each of the coordinators is going to work together to ensure this is it. So we're also working on the position paper for the climate week in Panama, which we will also be sharing to the working group to contribute to the draft, so that we can also submit it for further consideration in the climate week, which will be happening in May. So, and also the way forward, to launch the Young Negotiation Simulation Program, and also to advance the dedicated energy negotiation track, and also achieve the 12 publication milestone by the end of 2025. So we have a lot of responsibilities, and we also have a lot of areas where we would like each and every member of the working group to also collaborate and work with us. So if you're also interested in this, feel free to reach out. I think some people reached out to us last time. We talked about publications and rights and some of this, and submitting this to reputable journals and sources so that we can publicize and contribute our voice and skill sets to energy conversation. So if you would like to, work in such team, you could reach out to us and we'll make things happen. So okay. Okay. Now the capacity building team, Ahmed, are you with us?
Thank you, Shizom. I will be presenting on behalf of the capacity building coordinators. Thank you so much. Hello, I'm Dimple. I'm one of the capacity building coordinators of the Energy Working Group with Ahmed and Isti. To give you a brief, what capacity building team does is we aim to develop and strengthen the skills, knowledge, and abilities of the members of our working group, specifically on the topics which are energy related. To give you an overview, we have completed the following tasks. We have created a calendar for capacity building sessions, and with the help of our communications team, we have finalized the speaker for our first energy puzzle, which is supposed to happen by the end of this month. And we also have created a list of external resources related to all things energy and climate change, which will be shared with the group by this weekend. And we do have our ongoing tasks to prepare for sessions for the upcoming energy puzzles and the SB's capacity building sessions. We also will create calendar link for recurring events, which will work on subscription with the help of our communications team soon. For the next steps, we plan to deploy the puzzles and the SP capacity building sessions. We have also coordinated with the cross working group team to create a calendar of all the capacity building sessions, and we'll be working in conjugation with them as well to increase outreach. And apart from that, yeah, these are our next steps. And just a call to everyone, if you have any requests or any ideas on capacity building, please reach out to us. We are always looking for more people and more inputs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dimple. Thank you very much. Okay, so I think for further information, you could contact the contact point, which is ICAT as well. So I think this will be the end of our slides. And then thank you very, very much. I think we've had a good time currently. So okay, we have, okay, Christina Williams. Yeah, we have the floor.
Thank you, everyone. Good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Okay, so just 2 suggestions. So one, Chizam, I know your governance, right? I need to do publications, and the publications, they're more like technical publications, whereas like very research focused. You do your research and then you do the publication, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So one of my suggestions are, okay, the team is leading on that aspect, but I know this probably would be a collaboration with comms, external comms. But have we thought about maybe doing blogs that opens up writing opportunities for other members? Because the truth is that the work that we do internally is very important, but the publications aspect of the working group is one of the key aspect that people get to see their contributions being shown in the world, if that makes sense to you, right? Because internal comms, we do the stuff inside, but I mean, you have a publication out there that talks about energy, the work that you're doing, etc. Like that is like tangible output that people can use outside of just the work inside the group. So I feel like if we probably opens up that aspect, where we allow members who are interested to collaborate on blogs, that would be great. Like for example, just at ECOSOC, we could talk to like or two young panelists to maybe do a blog post and open it up to other members who maybe want to share about their projects that they're doing. Everybody may not want to contribute to the handbook or to the these technical publications, but maybe they want to share 150, 200 word blog on their work that they're doing on energy, and that may actually make people feel more incentivized to be more active beyond the energy puzzles, etc. Just a suggestion. The other suggestion I have, and is to the capacity building team, because I've been talking to persons while at ECOSOC just to kind of feel out stuff. And one of the things that I've been getting, a recurring theme from the young people I've spoken to, is that energy is such a technical topic that apart from those who are in policy or in the technical aspect of things, are not very motivated to want to become involved or to remain involved. Because some become involved but don't remain involved because they feel like it's just a technical area and it's just not very cutesy like other topics like climate and education, etc. So as in general climate aspect. So what I'm thinking is for capacity building, maybe we need to have maybe 1 or 2 sessions that focus on energy intersectionality with other topics that young people are more fond of, quote unquote, like health, like education, and you drill it down in a very basic way. Some questions I was having at ECOSOC was like, for example, I know this may seem very basic for some of you here who are very technically advanced, but for those are young people who do education like myself, I do education advocacy as well. If you don't have electricity, your schools can't run, the computers that you have can't run, like some very basic things. If we can drill down to show all the young people that energy powers all other SDGs. Yes, energy powers everything else that we want for sustainable development. And we have some conversations around that, we may find that we can pull in other young people from an intersectional lens. Just my 2 suggestions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think and someone was also pointing that out to me that we will need to, also by prioritizing technical reports, we also have to ensure that we have some informal publications that will help integrate different aspects of the working group to ensure that the entire voice of the working group are emphasized. And I think that's something we need to prioritize in the second quarter of the year. And also, I think the intersectionality is something that is a very great idea. And I also think SciCat is working on something of that nature. And I think with your input and that of Dimple, I think Dimple was pointing that out as well. We could have something interesting. Okay, Dimple, you have another question to say? You have the floor.
Thank you, Chisham. Thank you, Christina, for that input. Even I couldn't have nailed it down myself that accurately, that this energy is not a very cutesy topic, and we'll definitely work on the energy intersectionality session, which would be helpful. Thank you for your inputs.
Yeah. Are you still speaking, Dimple? Because we can't hear you anymore. Dimple, can you hear us?
Shizum, can you go again?
Yeah, I said we can't hear you. I don't know if you have finished speaking.
Oh, was I not audible earlier?
Not like you were, but you did not like. Okay, well, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to thank you,
Okay,
Christina, for the
okay.
inputs. Yeah, and I think I'll be reaching out to her after, so giving her a heads up.
Oh, sure. I think Christina's idea is very great, and I think we will need to really start emphasizing on the fact that energy has a lot of areas. And I think that's why SICAT has been pointing that out, that we need a dedicated energy negotiation track, because there is a whole lot of things in energy that needs to be pointed out. We cannot just talk about fossil fuel. First of all, it's just one aspect of it. Transition is another aspect of it. Finance is another aspect of it. Access, energy access is also another part of it, which also comes across different areas of health, talks about medications and all of that. So there is a whole lot of things that energy needs to be really emphasized, if not we are just going to not really make any progress in the next future. So I feel that that's a very, very important point that Christina was highlighting there, and I believe that we really need to prioritize that in the second quarter and also going forward about that. Thank you very much, Christina, for your contribution. It's very, very timely. We appreciate that. So I don't know if anyone else have any other comment.
Hi everyone.
Oh, hi Mohammed.
I am Mohammed. I just want to ask, when you get the announcement about the handbook, who will be selected or not?
Maybe I can jump in here, Shizom.
Okay.
Hi, Mohammed. Thank you for your question. So first of all, I just want to highlight that if you applied, we want you to be part of the task force. So you can count with that. Everybody that applied will be part of the task force and will be invited to write in the specific parts that you feel more comfortable with. That being said, for the manager's position, the answer will be sent between today and tomorrow. So you can count with that. And we will schedule a meeting next week to kickstart the work. So yeah, that's it. You can count that you'll be part of the task force if you applied, and we will let you know if you will coordinate the specific part of the handbook between today and tomorrow.
I connected with Saket, I think a month ago, and I give him what you can say it article about specific things on the handbook, and he liked it, and he told me that he will, I don't know, maybe he will talk to you or he recommended me. I don't know. If you want, I will share it with you, Pedro.
Yes, we are aligned, and thank you for sharing the article. My advice will be maybe share it. I'm not sure if you are already in the WhatsApp group of the handbook. If you're not, I can share it with you. Maybe share it there to maybe kickstart a discussion or see the opinions of the other members already in the WhatsApp group. What do you think?
Okay, I'm so excited about the book, really, and I want to go with that book to the another level, which will be for kids or for young. About we can make a handbook for kids, give them stories, make it as a kids magazine. They can understanding the sustainable energy in their own age. We can talk to 10 years people, or kids, and noise them about the clean energy and clean power by telling them stories. Make we can say imagination personals like Harry Potter, or I don't know, like that. Make a person like that. They will take stories about the clean energy and how we can protect our planet.
That actually makes a lot of sense. As you said, the handbook has lots of potential, and I'm very happy that you are excited with it. Very happy.
Another thing I want just to ask about how I can join to the media team. They will give us the form, or how?
Okay, I think for the open positions that are available for the social media team and all of that, it will be communicated to the group chat. I think possibly within the weekend or next week. I think, yeah, a form will be released, and the different procedures will be outlined within that time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. We appreciate you for your interest and contributions. Okay, do you have any other question? We have less than 5 minutes to end the call. I hope this has been a refreshing call for every one of us. I know that the holiday season is very, very high, and most of us would like to go home and rest. Same here as well. So I don't know if you do have any other questions, contributions, and inputs. Pedro, do you have?
I just wanted to congratulate you, Shizom. I think you did a great job moderating this session. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate your kind words as well. Thank you. Saikat, I don't know if you are able to give us a closing remark as well. No problem. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Saikat, for that. I appreciate you for making our time despite your health. Thank you very much, Ronnie and Mohammed, for staying up until the end. Christina as well, and also Pedro. We appreciate you for your time. And with this, if there are no further questions, we'll be bringing the session to a close. Okay, so there are no further questions. So see you on next working group call. We'll be communicating that to you on the WhatsApp platform so that we all could be appraised of the development, what's happening there. So please look forward in your WhatsApp groups to see the information as they come. And please do well to encourage others to participate in our activities. We love you so much. Thank you very, very much, and do well to have a good time. Bye bye.